Hello and welcome. This is Japan, and I might be a day late on my Raw review, but I figured I still wanted to get it up here, so it might not be as topical if anything, but it's luckily only about a day late. So yeah, the show overall I thought was pretty solid, and we're gonna go over each segment, at least all the main segments, and kind of discuss them. I mean, we started off the show the way that we started off the last two shows, which was Raw and SmackDown, of Jey Uso coming down, but this time getting attacked by Gunther, which led Gunther to throw his jacket at a kid's face, which was kind of funny, even though it wasn't really planned. And then obviously Jay getting beaten down chooses Gunther. I think it was the right call. I mean, I think everybody wanted to see that. There was a lot of back and forth, but I think if Jay was going to win a championship, this is the time to do it. And I feel like he was a better chance of beating Gunther than Cody at least. So I think it was a cool idea. I like this whole segment. I put it up in A tier. I thought it was pretty solid. Then we had the women's tag match, which was Damage Control with Dakota Kai coming back against Liv and Raquel. This match was absolutely a banger, and I think it was kind of crazy because uh, I feel like that we've noticed that Liv and Io have great in-ring chemistry, and I wish we would have got an actually full-fledged feud back when Liv had the title because I think it would have been a lot better. But obviously, we're getting some of this. We got the Royal Rumble. We got the last match for the the Elimination Chamber qualifier, and then we had this, which is all great. I'll put this in S tier, and Liv got busted open on that and still finished out that match. She looked rough, but the match itself was good. Dakota Kai was no slouch, and even Raquel had some good spots to make this match definitely the best you know that it could be. Then we had Lyra versus Bailey for the elimination qualifying match spot. This one I honestly was a little just weirded out. Like I kind of figured Bailey was gonna win. I and like to have the big name in it, but it's like they were going for the same title not that long ago, and it's like you beat the champion clean. I felt like there could have been something there where like Roxanne came down to try to take out Bailey and accidentally hits Lyra and like cost her the match or something, and that could set up a feud too with Lyra down the line. Like they could have done something like that. I think it would have been a little better. The match itself was really good. I put it at A tier. I just didn't really understand the ending with not saving both people a little bit of face because Lyra's IC run has been kind of trash right now because they haven't been able to book her. Now they have look like they're going to set it up with the Creed, with Ivy Nile and the Creeds having going after gold as we see the next match. But like Ivy Nile versus Lyra Valkyrie needs to happen as soon as possible so we can start getting this defense going. And then we had the Viking Raiders versus the Creed Brothers, with the Creed Brothers losing by disqualification. I think it was a weird ending to have. This match was cooking, and I guess it saves them to kind of build this feud out more than being one match, which I'm cool with. This one is definitely a better way of doing it, but it felt like they were kind of having the upper hand at that point, so it was like, why do it that way when it wasn't like you were out of desperation? I think the match was still awesome. A tier match for sure. Then we had AJ Styles come down, dressing the crowd. Perfect place to be. It was in Nashville for him, so I think that was great to see. I think overall, his segment was pretty solid, and it looks like he got interrupted by Dom and Carlito, so he's gonna have a match against Dom next week, and then he also had the face to face with Braun Breaker, which that could possibly be a nice, solid elimination chamber match if they want to do that, if they not want to hold it off to WrestleMania. But I think elimination chamber would actually be a pretty solid place to put that match, and I guess we'll see. I think this was pretty good too. I'm gonna put it in an A. I think most of this has been really good. Next up we had CM Punk, which kind of I think overall he's just good on the mic. Obviously he's targeting Cody now that he knows Cody is who he gets if he wins the elimination chamber, and with the amount of like time we see CM Punk and see how many episodes he's going to be on in between, I think there's a good shot he wins the chamber now. I don't know. I liked it. It's going to go in the A tier also. Next up, we had the men's qualifying match, which was Rey Mysterio versus Logan Paul. I thought it was a really good match. I think they had good in-ring chemistry. I think the thing's easier for Logan Paul because he can kind of like manhandle Rey Mysterio. And I don't think you get that necessarily with other opponents. So I think with that being said, it made it a lot easier, and I think the match, definitely benefited from that. So I'll put that up in A tier also. Like I said, the show was really good. I thought it was a pretty solid Raw. I'm still not really liking the 4 match like thing. I think they could definitely squeeze in a 5th match and really get somebody else a little bit of extra things like Lyra and stuff. I know they're doing the qualifying matches, so like they don't need it as much, but like we're about to get done with these qualifying matches, so why can't we have at least 1 or 2 more? Like I think 1 extra match in this would definitely been worth it. And then obviously at the very end of the show we had the New Day attack Rey Mysterio. I'm not really thrilled to keep seeing that feud going. I think they kind of had it done. I don't really know. That part I didn't care for as much, but I think overall the show was good. It definitely was like I hate to say it because it feels bad doing it, but the show definitely started off really, really strong and then it went downhill, but it didn't like it wasn't a bad thing. It did lose its progression. I think the women's tag match was just too good, and it was like the best match of the show, so it was very hard to rebound from. But overall, solid A tier Raw. I think it's one of the best from the Netflix era, and can't wait to see next week's. And if you like these reviews, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's been Japan. Bye, guys.